short video, we'll be looking at the pose Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana A. There are actually 3 warriors, Warrior 1, 2 and 3, and all of them are created from a myth about a fierce warrior named Virabhadra, the asana on the end. Asana means pose or posture. And this fierce warrior was created by Shiva to avenge the death of his wife, Shakti. And each pose represents a different part of the story. And when we're in these postures, these postures are acting as a metaphor to remind us to find greater strength and determination when faced with challenges. So we'll start with Virabhadrasana A, Warrior 1. So for our Warrior 1, we want to bring the front foot, so the toes and the knee face 12 o'clock, and step in the back foot. I always say in class the back toes to 10 or 11 o'clock, or you might want to think about the back toes pointing towards the top corner of your mat. Your right knee should come directly above the right heel, and always looking at the knee and toes to point directly forwards. We are pressing up from our foundation, working from the foundation upwards. Think about drawing the energy up and pulling the muscles towards the bones. Now, when we're not concentrating on this posture, we might sit through a baggy back knee. So we want to look at having this back leg lifted and engage through the outer edge of the back foot to help you straighten off that back leg. Think about the inner thigh on this back leg lifting upwards. So we're lifting through the back leg, through the outer back foot, keeping this front knee above the heel. So working upwards through the body, engaging through our foundation. Your hips in Warrior 1 gently face forwards. Now this may be compromised if you've got stiffness in the lower back or impinges anywhere in the body, but gently draw the hips to face 12 o'clock, so the hips are squared forwards. We're pressing evenly through the front heel, on the front foot obviously, so we're pressing evenly through the heel of the front foot. Hips face forwards. Your tailbone lengthens down and is tucking under, so there's an engagement through the core center. We don't want to hang out here in the pelvis. So as we draw the tailbone down and under, we engage through the core center. Feel as if you're lifting your rib cage away from the front thigh. So lifting through the front of the body. The shoulders are relaxed, head over heart, heart over pelvis. In Warrior 1, the arms are floating overhead. This is Virabhadrasana emerging from the ground with his arms pointed upwards, with the weapons in his arms. So in our upper body here, we're strengthening the shoulders and the back, palms face inwards, and in a lot of these poses the gaze is upwards as well. For me personally, I prefer to gaze forwards. I don't like the stress on the back of my neck, but it's personal choice. So reach through the fingertips, draw the shoulders down. So although we're reaching through the fingertips, we're not stressing out the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades together and down, reach out energetically through the fingertips. So we're working from the foundation up. Front knee, front toes face forwards to 12 o'clock. Back foot pointing towards 10 or 11 o'clock or the front corner of the mat. Lift through the inner thigh of that back leg, engage through the outer edge of the foot. That takes a lot of activity in this back leg. Gently square the hips forwards, tailbone lengthens down and under, draw the belly in, lift through the lower ribs, lifting the rib cage, the front rib cage away from the front thigh. The arms overhead, the shoulders plugged into the shoulder sockets. We're reaching energetically through the fingertips. Strong and determined in our warriors.